Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, aka, as we call him here, the real TBE. He's fighting, apparently, according to Mauricio Suleiman, he'll be fighting a guy by the name of, and I've seen this guy's name, and I've seen part of his fight with Carlos Cuadras, but he's fighting I don't know how to say his name, Sor Rungvisai, I don't know how to say his name, but he's a Thailand fighter, or Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, VC, I don't know how to say his name, but the Thailand fighter, the dude was like 41-3 or whatever, that lost to Cuadras. He's fighting that guy. That's his mandatory challenger, so he's taking that fight. And according to Mauricio Suleiman, it will be on the undercard of Golovkin-Jacobs, so that makes that card a lot better, if that is the case. Nothing's official yet, but Mauricio Suleiman would seem to be a reliable source on that, being that Chocolatito holds the WBC belt, and he has some clout in boxing when it comes to things happening. So we could assume that it's going to happen. If it does happen, it is a good fight. I don't know a ton about the other guy. The only thing I do know, I remember before the Cuadras fight, I went back and I watched a couple fights from Cuadras, and that was one of the fights I watched. I never finished it. I watched the first 4 or 5 rounds, and probably going to go back and finish watching it, because a lot of people said that the Thailand fighter was coming on really strong, and he gave Cuadras a real tough fight. So this is a guy that Cuadras became a champion against. So I think based on that, based on what people have said, based on just what I know about the guy, he's looks like a decent opponent. I think Chocolatito, based on who he's fought his last 4 fights, he fought Edgar Sosa, who was like top 5, I believe, at flyweight when he fought him, but definitely top 10. He was top 10. Arroyo, top 10. Valoria, top 5. 2 of those guys was top 5, and one of them was top 10. And Cuadras was number 1 at 115. So you're talking about top level guys 4 straight times. No soft touches in between, no tune-ups in between. This isn't even a tune-up, because if I'm not mistaken, this guy, I believe, is ranked in the top 10. I'm going to check while I'm talking to you guys. But this is not even a tune-up, but it's definitely you would be led to believe that it's a bit of a softer touch in comparison to Cuadras, in comparison to even Valoria. So with that being said, I think Roman's earned the right to get an easier fight, although it's not an easy fight, because if anybody who's going in there and giving Cuadras a tough time is not going to be an easy fight. But it's supposedly on the Golovkin-Jacobs undercard. And this will be Roman Gonzalez' second fight at 115. So what I'm going to be looking for here from Roman is how is he going to settle into the weight. Obviously, he took the Cuadras fight with no tune-ups, and so my thing is, if he's able to go past the round 7, 8, 9, as it gets into those later rounds, how does Roman's body react? Does he fade like he did in the last fight? Does he get clipped as much? Is there a lot more Is there a lot of swelling due to him blowing up in weight? Is the speed still going to be there? These are the questions that I need answers from Roman Gonzalez, and hopefully he can answer them. Now, this guy that I'm talking about is actually a top 5 guy. It's not even a soft touch. It's a soft touch in comparison to his last fight, but it is by no stretch of the imagination a soft touch. This guy, I can't say his name, the Thailand guy, he's ranked 4th in the Ring Magazine rankings. He's actually ranked ahead of Juan Francisco Estrada, who just moved up there and had his first fight, and Khalid Yafai, who just picked up the WBA title against Luis Concepcion. So this guy is still highly regarded, very dangerous, former WBC champion in his own right. So it's not going to be an easy fight. I'm just saying it's a slightly easier fight for Roman. But it's still one he's going to have to get up for. And this is going to be the first fight since his trainer, Arnulfo Albano, passed away. So there's a lot of dynamics from Roman's side going into this fight. There's his trainer, one of his longtime coaches dying, second fight at 115. And, I guess you could even count the whole issues with HBO and whatnot into that mix as well. He's got to deliver a great performance. The Cuadras fight was a great fight, but one could argue, I thought it was a very good performance. I thought he won 8-4, 9-3, but from the standpoint of many people, they didn't think that he did enough. So he's got to leave no stone unturned. He's got to go in there and he's got to do what he's done for most of his career, which is dominate this guy. And it's not going to be an easy task if the guy gave Cuadras a tough fight. So Roman's got to stake his claim once again and remind people why he got to where he's at in boxing. But let me know what you guys think. I can't pronounce the guy's name, so please don't kill me in the comments. But Srisaket Sor Rungvisai I don't know how to say his name. The Thailand guy was ranked 4th on Ring Magazine at 115 who fought Quadras and lost the WBC title, former WBC champion at 115. What do you guys think about that fight? If it should happen on the Golovkin-Jacobs undercard, and how do you think Roman will look at a second fight at 115? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.